Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kirsten. This is where I art and craft. Today is the last Thursday of the month, and it's the day that I forgot to switch the camera on. Typical. And I'm doing Deck the Year, which is a lovely Penny over at Penny's Crafty Creations. It's linked down below. And there's quite a number of people now that do this, and it's such a fun wee challenge because there's no stress to it at all. What you do is you get something, anything. It doesn't need to be the same thing. I'm using the same thing all year. It doesn't need to be the same thing all year. And you change it. It got its name because it was originally playing cards that were used, but now people use all kinds of things. Penny's uses guest checks and I'm trying to think what else she uses postcards, index cards, envelope, anything. Use anything. But I'm using these postcards that I had masses of, and I've sprayed on inks and paints, and I've just got a stack here that'll do me to the end of the year. I had to do some more recently, and the recent ones are I've got these really ones that are a lot lighter, so it'd be kind of fun using those as well, because they have got some differences. Some of them are, I use different colours, and I should have done it all at the beginning of the year, but doing 52 of them is a lot. Anyway, let's move on. These are, I can't believe it's near the end of August. But anyway, these are the August ones I've done. We've got this one with this bit of decoupage paper in the back, which has really disappeared into this lovely, but I love this kind of edge that you can see more clearly. Then we've got this one, and this frame I've just heat embossed with several different embossing glaze colours. I can't remember off the hand. Villainous Potion, which I shouldn't have really used. Dusty Concord, and I think that's sea glass. Is it sea glass they call it? No, sea glass is what does Timmy call the bluey green? It's not sea glass, it's something else, isn't it? Oh, tumbled glass, he calls it. And then this one, which I love. This is a bit of tissue paper, and the 1 second is what kind of drove this. So I've got some kind of clock stenciling going on, and the butterflies. It wasn't till after I'd done this one I realised, of course, I'd done a butterfly a couple of weeks previous, but the butterflies, because the 1 second flap of a butterfly wing thing, and these faces just spoke to me about time. I've got a tickle in my throat, and I've got the sneezes. There's obviously a pollen out today, so if I'm sounding a bit croaky, that's why. So that's my 3 already, and I've been busy telling you that I was using one of my new stamps from Lavinia Stamps. It's called Weeping Willow Tree, LAV 296, and I've stamped it on the back of, oh dear, I'm sorry, that tickle's really annoying me. I've stamped it on a bit. This is the card that backs her. This is for another stamp that I got as well. But all the stamps, there's nothing on these cards that say anything about which stamp that was. I know some people don't use them, but I often stamp on them because I just love this kind of background that's there. So I stamped my willow tree on there. And now, and then when you order from Lavinia Stamps, you get a lovely wee bit of chocolate. So this is the chocolate wrap. It's just a little square of chocolate. It comes in a wrapper and then this foil underneath. And this foil, because it's got the stars, is going in my circus journal. But I just love this. Just the fabric with this is actually on the fabric. When I dyed this particular handkerchief, these are my father's handkerchiefs, when it came out, it had this line. It wasn't tie-dyed or anything, but I just, when I saw it, when I was looking for a bit of blue, because this is a weeping willow tree, I wanted some kind of blue beside the water king. When I saw this with this kind of moon reflection, I thought, oh, ho, 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 ho. And I hummed and hawed about whether, you saw me humming and hawing, well, you didn't see me humming and hawing about whether to just cut them out, but I wanted the moon, so they stayed. The Lavinia stamps stayed. So I've decided one of these rabbits is Lavinia. I don't think they've got a rabbit called Lavinia, but they have now. All their animals and birds get names. They do lots of fairies and things. I don't have any of the fairies because it's their botanicals and their animals I usually buy. So, and I bought a whole lot of other stuff which I'm not going to tell you about at the moment. So I've just left that wee corner up so that can go underneath there. And I got up because I was thinking about the sky, because this is a green sky, which is slightly odd. And I just got up to get these, which are something that I recently got. I ordered something from a woman who was destashing, and she had these insects pigment, and I've never had these before, but I've always wondered about them, and so I thought, let's try these on here. They're like a nail varnish, look. It's apparently it's a very well. I've used one of the ones. Oh, well, look at that. That's fabulous. What fabulous coverage. So I'm just going to paint the sky on. There's actually a bit of something. She did say some of these were quite old. So that's maybe just been caught when I pulled that out. So this is the Seth Apter in zinc permanent. Well, I don't know, permanent what? Pigment. Celestial, just called pigment. And it's fabulous. It's really nice coverage. I like the fact it's got this brush in it. I did use a bit of the orange one when I was doing something in my circus journal yesterday. That's really a good colour for the sky as well. Let's see if we can get a nice crisp line across here. Now this is a Seth Apter product, and as anybody who watches me will know, I'm a big Seth Apter fan. Touches, it's nearly the same colours down below as well. So I'm quite happy with that. I mean, it's not a very straight line you've got there, Kirsten. Should have maybe drawn a line first, rather than trying to draw a line with this brush. Is that a bit straighter? That's a bit straighter. I don't know how long this stuff takes to dry. It looks like it's going to dry really quite shiny, a bit like the the inks I've got from Kamamasi, which I don't particularly like them because they dry so shiny, but hey, well, I do like the fact though that this just comes out. Right, that'll do. So we're going to leave that to dry. This colour is called Celestial. Celestial Blue, the blue. It's in zinc pigment with Seth Apter. Made in France. Mixed media. There's a mixed media cover opaque. Aye. So it covers. That's opaque. So are they all opaque then? Oh, it looks like they're all opaque. I've got a whole load here. We've got Thundercloud. What a fabulous name that is. I'm just going to put these out then and just see what the rest of these colours are. I need to swatch them. I'll swatch them. Let's swatch them. I need a bit of, let's use a bit of this. This is a watercolour postcard, but it doesn't matter. I'm supposed to be doing that, but I'm sure Penny wouldn't mind at all if I just started doing a swatchy video during this. Right, let's do that's thundercloud. And actually what I'm going to do is, let's just reach up here and get another brush, because I'm curious as to, and if you haven't done swatching before, I'm going to move this in so it's more central to the screen. It's just unconscious at that, but it doesn't matter if that gets dirty in the back. Let's just see if it acts a bit like a paint as well. All right, see, yep, there we go. Oh, oh, see, oh, right, okay, okay. That's thundercloud. I don't know if these. I'm busy squatching these and making you watch. Well, I wasn't expecting to do that, but that's that done. Drying, it's dried really quickly actually. I mean, there's still some pulling water in some of them, but these top ones are dry. That thundercloud is a lovely colour. Really like that. I like this blue. It's a lovely dark, rich blue. Like that. It's pink. I wouldn't call it burnt orange, but actually for orange, I like it. I'm not keen on that. Well, I'm not keen on it. It's just a pale blue. Opal Frost. I like this in proper copper. Love the name. Love the paint. Not keen on that for a purple. It's very, very stark. That After Dark's interesting because it's kind of got quite a lot. It's almost, now it's drying, it looks more like a Payne's grey than a black, which is good. And this lychee is drying quite nice as well. It's almost like an Elysian crimson now. It was a lot more pinky, but it's drying more like an Elysian crimson. So, right, should we get back to what we're supposed to be doing? We'll get back to what we're supposed to be doing. So we've got all that. That's still drying because that was quite thick. I put that on there. And I've got a bit there that hasn't got a bit on. Well, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? Oh, I see it's a bit of paint over the edge. There we go. There we go. It's a bit of paint that's actually from when I rolled it that was stuck to the edge. Okay, there we go. What I want to do is I want to paint some leaves on here. So I'm using, this is from Indigo Blue. It is their acrylic paint, and this it's translucent, which is why I'm using it. And this one is just called their green. And this, I do believe, was from there, or it was released during there. Probably put far too much paint out there. That one they did that was Sherwood Foresty, that range. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bit of this paint on and just do lots of little, not in any particular order or place, because that's the thing with weeping willows. It's just going up and down these lines. just putting some leaves on them. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I think I'm going to pick a word. Right. Oh, gaze at the stars. Well, they're gazing at each other. They're not gazing at the stars, are they? We need to put some stars in that sky. Well, I think we'll just do some splatters for the sky, stars. Thoughts that whispered to my heart by the light of the moon. There we go. That's what we need, isn't it? By the light of the moon. I'll decide where that's going after we've done this. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. So I'm going to put that on there. Let's deal with my stars first. Shall we splash, or shall I could just put dots on, couldn't I? No. Splash. Am I going to do it with white? Or am I going to do it with silver? No point doing it with gold. It's whether I do it with white or silver. Oh, I think I'm just going to use white. I might just cut these roots out a bit closer because I'm putting them in the water. Well, that took a long time because it was very fiddly. Because it's quite thick card that's on. While I was doing it, I stabbed myself again. You probably missed my plaster chat. I think that was probably something that was on the unrecorded bit. You're probably aware if you watch me that I'm always got scratches and things all over the place. I'm always getting myself scratched and bitten and things. And this morning when I was putting the camera up, I caught it. Blood all over the place. So I do apologise for the plaster. Yes, I just like it. I know that was a faff and took a while, but I like the fact that the roots going in don't have the white around them. But I quite like the right. In fact, maybe I don't. Maybe I want it off this tree trunk as well, because the reason I like the bit around the rest of it is it gives the impression of the leaves. So maybe we'll just take this off here as well. Well, that's fun. I'm liking that. And then we've got the sentiment, which, look at that. It splashed all the way to up here when I was splashing that. And that one splash that landed on here has landed in the centre of one of the O's for moon. How fab is that? I think I want this in 2 bits, but I'll ink it up as 1 bit because it'll be easier. And I can do the cut bit. I think I'm going to have by the light of the moon, because it just feels as if that would sit better in that space than going over. I think we're done. Let me just clear this stuff out the way a wee bit. Let's have a look at our cards for the month of August. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Links to Penny's channels down below. Bye for now. Keep crafting.